Welcome to another edition of Down to the Wire. I'm your host, Tim Lawson. On any given race day at Century Downs, there's a countless number of jobs that are the cornerstones of putting together a successful betting card. From small tasks to major responsibilities, it is truly a team effort in organizing an enjoyable day at the track for our fans. Today we caught up with Jim Daikowitz, who has one of the most stressful yet fun jobs at the track. He's the head starter and ensures that all horses have a fair and equal start when they leave the gate. Jim filled us in on his journey as a lifelong horseman in the Alberta racing industry. Enjoy.
My role as a starter is I basically, when the horses are on the track prior to when they come out for post parade, I basically watch, make sure that their equipment's in the right order, that the drivers, that I kind of watch for them to stay in a certain area. Make sure if they have broken equipment, I'd let the judges know to go back to the race, head back to the paddock. If any horses leave the track, I'm aware of that. I radio up to the judges and let them know. And basically, when they come back, once it's post time, then I basically move into position. I'll honk the starter's horn. I give the recall light a test. And basically the horses then know to move into position, and from there I open the wings and the horses come into, they're all assigned a certain post position where they'll move into their, follow behind their number, where and then I take the gas and I control the speed of the vehicle while the horses are behind the gate. And I gradually accelerate till we get up to race speed, where where I'll let them go from that position, and then we accelerate away from them. I'll close the wings, and then after that, I basically, as a race official, watch the race, making sure there's no infractions, horses making breaks, or if there's an accident or somebody's in trouble, we'll stop and we're the first on scene. So most of the time it's minor, but if there is where we need a horse ambulance or a person ambulance, I'll call them out to the track, and we'll try and pick up the pieces from there. So that's basically my role as a starter. Lots of times I have, I'm going to say the biggest challenge are just some horses. They're not the best behaved. Some of them have tendencies to make breaks behind the gate, can cause interference. I've had even a few that, just all of a sudden want to stop and turn around, and for that, I'd say that's one of my biggest challenges. Another one is kind of where we're at right now, where we're starting a bunch of 2-year-olds, and there are a bunch of green horses that never raced before, so their first couple starts, you don't really know what they're going to do until they have a few starts under their belt. And even then, you kind of get to learn, you get to know the horses. And I have certain horses where I kind of I pay a little more attention to them. They're known to make breaks, or just sometimes they don't want to turn, where I'll let the parade marshal know, or work with her to maybe give that horse a little bit of help turning to come to the gate. So I'm going to say one of the biggest challenges is just the horses themselves. They can do things that they've never done before. It's so it's one of them things where you're not sure. Even a good horse on a bad day can do certain things. So I'm going to say just paying a little more attention to the horses. Most of the drivers are very experienced, so I have good communications with them. So I'm going to say, that's not really the biggest challenge, but I'm going to say definitely, a young racehorse would say one of the biggest challenges. And at this time of year now, we start in our stakes program. I could in the next couple of weeks, I'm sure I'll have 2-year-old stake races where I'll have some horses that have had a couple of starts and some horses that are making their first lifetime start, and I'm not 100% sure how they're going to react behind the starting gate. So I'm going to say I have to pay a little more attention to the younger horses, and of course the stake races where I'm going to say a 9-horse field where I have a trailer is one of those where I have to especially watch the inside horses, just to make sure if that there's no interference or that the trailer gets a fair start. You know, I'm going to have to say the view of the race. Nobody else sees exactly what you see from the starter's truck. You're very close to the horses, especially sometimes like if we're using the old gate where when you're sitting in the starter's box, you're only 3-4 feet away, like from the horses coming up behind the gate. So you're almost in the game, as one person said. So I really enjoy the starting. I enjoy being around the horses, and definitely the vantage point of sitting in the starter's starting gate is definitely probably the funnest part. And having, and I'm going to have to say, and having people come out to the track and coming out for a ride with me, and just being in awe of like the first time they see a horse race from that close up, I'm going to say definitely is one of the best parts of my job.
We'd like to thank Jim for joining us today and filling us in on his day-to-day responsibilities at the track. Tune in next week for another edition of Down to the Wire. I'm your host, Tim Lawson.